Though the God of wisdom guides my path through the desert of my soul. The sands of time shift and swirl as I search for truth and meaning. Marked by the eye of Horus, I see the secrets of ancient Egypt. The pyramids hold the key to unlocking my inner power. I am a mystic, a shaman of the unknown. I dance between worlds, I am not alone. With every step I awaken my soul and embrace the power within me. I dive deep into the unknown and discover my true purpose. The spirits of my ancestors guide my way as I journey through the stars. I am connected to all that is, and my heart sings with all belong.
Alright, here I am for another timeless message. King Crab, timeless message. Here we go. Leave behind what is no longer you. Sowulu. Sacred Fool. Psychic Strength. Alright, first we're going to start with the Foxfire of Kasuni card that we pulled. Number 33, leave behind what is no longer you. Sometimes we feel we are being what is called by humans true to ourselves. We are in fact not being true to ourselves at all. At times we develop habits of self, and who we are has become an old story we tell ourselves and others over and over again until it seems natural and inevitable. This, after all, is who we are, we believe, but the truth is now here for you, and some of who you have told yourself you are is about to get a shakeup, and you will find yourself walking through the gateways into a new version of who you are and leaving behind who you once thought you were. This will be a raw time, a time when we feel vulnerable and exquisitely sensitive, yet it is good work that we do when we no longer follow a pattern. but seek instead to become who we are next meant to be. But in order for this to take place, something must be left behind before you walk through this gateway. Choose what feels less true than it ever has before, and choose what still feels like a pattern you have attachments to. For once you walk through the gateway adorned with all the attachments and entwinings that ivy can bring, we will cease to make our former self and others and responsibility our major commitment. And responsibilities our major commitment. Instead, your own undoing and re-becoming will surface and demand its place in this next stage of your life. This is a gate of freedom you walk under. First, though, put down the burden of attachment to who you believe you are, or more truthfully, who you believe you ought to be. Rebirth yourself, dear friend, and allow the gateway of the realm of the Kitsune to work its magic upon your endless reimagining of who you are. Alright, next we have the Viking deck. Here we have Viking Oracle. Number 16, Sowulo. It says, you are on purpose. You are on the right path. You may need to leave others behind to reach your goal. Truth is right in front of you, should you choose to see it. You may have experienced dark times, but your future is bright. I turn my face towards the sun, and the path stretches out in front of me. I know I have learned the truth. It is a solitary thing, but brightly it shines. Right action it is. I am Sowulu. Pronounced Soiolo. Solio, so the W is E-O-O-O or something. I can't say it. It is the rune of the sun soul. As the sun illuminates all, it concerns itself with revealing the truth regarding personal purpose and interest or intent, true within oneself, and truth in the dissemination of information in speech. In the absence of written contracts, the Vikings' word was their truth and their bond. Truth is one of the 9 virtues mentioned in the Eddas, where people are warned about setting and breaking false troths or truths. To the ancient Norse, the word had the real currency and worth. Being truthful or not could be the difference between surviving or not. This rune asks us to consider whether or not we are being true to ourselves, whether or not we are following our true path. Are we living according to the standards of others rather than our own? Does our work take full advantage of our inherent gifts? Are we hiding our light under a basket? Have we put on a mask to hide our truest self, lest it be seen or damaged further? ? How closely are we living in accordance with who we are? Element is fire. This also could mean that you have been given poor advice or false information. Do you do your due diligence? The goal you seek is not the true one for you. You may need to reassess. Alright, next we have Sacred Fool from the Sacred Rebels Oracle deck. Number 40, Sacred Fool. The Fool is a great rebel, able to thwart convention and tell the truth without restraint. Your heart is a wonderful, powerful, sacred fool. It cares not for the right way to do things. It cares not for what the mind says is real and not real. It lives according to an inner wisdom that cannot be dictated to or controlled by anything. It loves, it lives, and it is what it is. This oracle heralds a time now or imminent when you will feel inspired, alive, and passionate for what you can offer to the world. It says to you, don't try to be appropriate. Don't try to be socially acceptable and worry about what others may think and about what you are doing. Just be. If you want to wear a mad hat whilst doing so, fine. The sacred fool in you is willing to leave behind what has been because it no longer feels right to stay attached to it. The sacred fool in you trusts life completely. It would never occur to this part of you to try and outsmart life or resist its flow. It recognizes that the mind is a monkey puppet on strings. More often than not, it is cajoled into fear when it could be playfully dwelling in the radical spontaneity of life. So the sacred fool in you urges your mind to let itself be pulled into joy by your heartstrings, not into fear and doubt by the controlling machines of mass media. This oracle brings you a message. It's time for you to play. It's time for you to let life happen in a completely unreserved, unscripted way. The more bizarre, left or field, unexpected, and apparently ridiculous, the better. This might not feel safe or appropriate at first. That is okay. That is good, actually. It is a sign that you are breaking with your own self-imposed conventions. It is time to move beyond them now because a bigger life adventure is calling to you. This is wonderful news. It is the desire of life to operate more radically through you so that you become the conduit through which miracles and crazy wild synchronicity can occur. You are becoming more electric. You are more plugged into the apparent randomness of life. Apparent because there is a refined intelligence behind it all. Sacred Fool goes with this, without having to understand any of it. Which is good. Trying to access even one genuine glimpse of life's unfathomable genius would probably make one's head explode. As you take this journey, you may find that people around you are challenged. You might unintentionally cause them to rethink the way they live their lives. They may question whether the way they are living is the only way for them, or even the best way. At first, they may react rather than take responsibility. The sacred fool in you doesn't engage with this. It is what it is, and it rises and falls as it will. It doesn't stop you from your merry dance of unconventional being. If you find yourself making choices that have others questioning your sanity, you are right on course. You may feel that you are quite possibly going insane, but you are not crazy. You are just approaching enlightened awareness. There is a moment, sometimes a rather long one, when we wake up to life, shed our attachment to mass opinion, and float in a completely different state of being. We might find that no one is really able to understand or connect with us to the point that we question our state of mind. Stay with that. It will pass. You will eventually see that you are becoming sane in an insane world. The tables will turn and you will gain great inner freedom and creative juice. Stay on your path. Stay on the journey. Remember to take nothing too seriously and it will all work out perfectly. Alright, next we have Psychic Strength from Ancestor Spirit Oracle cards. So we have Shield, Talisman, Gold Light. The early Berber people, or Berber, lived in northwestern Africa from around 10,000 BCE and perhaps longer. They lived in large nomadic tribes and over many centuries migrated, expanded, and came into contact with many other cultures. The Berbers were well-known traders who transported goods by camel caravan from the Sahara Desert to Morocco and beyond. Today they live mainly in North Africa. The Berbers of Morocco believe in spirits called jinns that can act like humans and take on different forms, such as that of an animal. People might call on an evil jinn to harm an enemy. The shape of a hand, often with an eye in the center of the palm. The hamsa is incorporated into jewelry and wall hangings for protection against jinns or other forms of black magic. When you are feeling drained or vulnerable, you can shield yourself psychically and emotionally. This card encourages you to look after yourself by setting firm boundaries. Remain unattached to comments or attributes that are unhelpful. Put out a hand for help where possible, and surround yourself with positive energy. Staying focused on your goals and your loves will bring strength. There are many ways to strengthen your spiritual energy. Find a way that works for you. You may like to use a hamsa or make a talisman. For a quick and easy way to shield yourself, ground your energy, take a few deep breaths, and imagine a golden bubble of healing light surrounds you. Once you can see yourself inside the gold bubble, ask the universe to protect you. Shield yourself with love and positivity and extend that protection to your loved ones as well. Alright, that's going to do it for this Timeless Crab, King Crab message. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, all those wonderful things. I'll see you next time. Love ya.